To create a new project for digital publishing, you need to open the AVE Project Manager panel. It is located in the menu under Aquafatis, AVE Project Manager. The AVE Project Manager is where you store and manage all of your digital publications. You will be prompted to sign in. You can use the same login information you made to download the tools. A project is a collection of articles or InDesign pages. Think of a project as a whole issue of an interactive magazine. The magazine itself may be split into 40 or more InDesign documents, and all of these documents could then be imported into the Project Manager panel. To create a new project, click on the plus sign in the bottom left of the Unassigned Projects section. In the New Project window, give your project a name. You can choose whether this is an AVE Mag or it's an AVE PDF. The differences between the two and what is and is not supported is covered in a later video. For now, just leave it set to AVE Mag. We'll also leave horizontal and vertical checked so that both orientations will be made for the iPad. The default device is Apple iPad. If you want to test it on another specific device, you can click on the left and right arrows to find your specific device. Click OK at the bottom when you are done. You will now see the project name on the left. To the right of the project name is the project structure. Now you can create a new document and import it into the Project Manager panel. To create a new document, choose File, New Document from the InDesign menu. Change the intent from print to digital publishing. You can uncheck Primary Text Frame as it is not needed for this first test. For the page size, I'll leave it set to iPad, and I'll leave the orientation set to landscape. Notice that the size is set to 1024 by 768. Even if you are designing for a Retina iPad, which is 2048 by 1536, you must leave it set to 1024 by 768. This same logic applies to iPhones as well. When you export the project, the Aquafatis plugin will transform the document into Retina and non-Retina for you. But it is important to design at the lower document size. The only other note is that you should just place all of your images at 300 dpi. This will ensure the highest quality output to both Retina and non-Retina. Click OK to create the document. Now you can save your document to your hard drive and name it. To add this document you just created to the project, you will need to click on the Import ID File button. The InDesign document will now appear in the Project Manager panel. Now that we have a page we created, we can add some cover elements to the document. I have already saved these elements in an InDesign library to speed up time. I will place the elements on the page and save the document so you can see the page preview update in the Project Manager panel. If you remember, when I created this project, I chose both the horizontal and the vertical orientation for the pages. Let me show you how you can access that other orientation, which will be a nice segue into the next video. The second panel that you need to use in the Aquafatis digital publishing workflow is the Interactivity panel. The Interactivity panel is the panel you use to add your interactive and engaging elements to this project. In the bottom right corner of the Interactivity panel is the button you use to change orientation. I will click on the vertical button to change the orientation to vertical. You will notice that the page orientation changed, but the page elements did not. You rework the page elements to now fit in this vertical orientation. When you are done rearranging the elements, you can save the document. You will notice a new cover thumbnail has now been added to the Project Manager panel for the second orientation. You can now switch back to the horizontal orientation using the button in the bottom right corner of the Interactivity panel. Notice that none of the elements have moved on this page. It is important to note that the elements themselves are connected between the two orientations, which means that if you change an image or text within a frame, that will change once you access the second orientation. However, The location and the cropping are independent of the orientation. Now that we've seen how to create a project with both orientations, let's learn how to add some interactivity to these documents.